Welcome to Unofficial ACI Guide. I'm Jody. Today we're going to look at failure testing with ACI, and in particular, we're going to take down all the APICs in the cluster and see what happens to our data plane traffic. Let's take a look.
All right, so we're going to start where we left off, and that was we're going to completely reboot all three APICs and just show through each step that there's no packet loss. The APICs, again, are not in the data plane or the control plane. They just allow configuration of our devices in the data center. So Luis is going to kick APIC 1, reboot him. We'll quickly show that there's no packet loss as that device leaves the cluster and reboots. APIC 2 we'll get into him. We'll configure a tenant just to show you that even though we've lost APIC 1, we still have a quorum with APIC 2 and 3. So we'll still be able to make configuration changes. As we reboot APIC 2, we'll go on and try to delete the tenant from APIC 3, which we will not be able to do because he does not have a quorum. He's isolated. And finally, we'll reboot the last APIC and show that even with 0 APICs up and working, that data plane traffic is still flowing over our traffic generator. So, Luis, why don't you take it away, sir?
Yes, sir. Hi, everybody. So first thing first, you're going to show the traffic generator is running. 10,000 packets in, 10,000 packets out. This is going from Mamos 31 to Mamos 33 and vice versa. And we go to the drawing and show that Mamos 31 is in this side of the topology right here, and then that goes to the IPM to the other side to Mamos 33. Okay, now let's go to the SYNC. I already logged into the SYNC via command line because for me it's faster to do that instead of going through the GUI. Then I'm gonna reboot the APIC 1. Here we go. We're gonna say ACI DIAC reboot. Here we go. Goodbye. Let's see, it's rebooting. I'm gonna go back to the GUI. Notice this guy's gone. I'll go to second APIC. Go refresh. To get a new certificate. Log in. 23. And show that first service unavailable right now. Also, let's check the traffic. Traffic obviously hasn't been impacted at all. We're gonna go back and we're gonna create a tenant just to prove that still we can have the access to write to do configurations. We go click on tenant, create a new one. Test, submit, and tenants was created. Tenant, and here it is. Now, I'm gonna go and remove the second APIC. Command ACI React. Perfect. Rebooting now. Go back to second APIC, refresh. And this guy's going to go to the third APIC. We'll refresh. Still live with us. Admin, password, login. Okay. Now we see that AP1 and 2 are they out unavailable.
Yep.
So as Jody mentioned, we're gonna try to delete that tenant that we created and see what happens. Test, delete, and yes, and it didn't happen. Since we only have one APIC, there's no cluster anymore. It's only re-access. We can't do any configuration. We cannot add or delete any configuration, as Jody mentioned before. So Jody, I'm gonna have any questions, or shall I proceed?
No. Let's nuke him.
Yeah, let's check the traffic. It's still running 10,000 packets per second, no problem. Let's kill this guy too. I'm gonna go here.
Well, maybe not kill him, but just wound him.
Let's
just the flesh wound.
Yeah, just a flesh wound. So I'll say command ACI reboot. Yes. Perfect. Now we don't have access to any.
We can't go to any more APICs to look, can we?
Yep.
They're all gone.
They're all gone. So now let me just check the traffic. Now we have no APICs at all. Traffic is still flowing. That's the beauty of
and highlight which ones, which lines are we looking at here to see the traffic is flowing, Luis, in this bottom left quadrant.
So basically, we send into this bidirectional flow between Mammoth 31 and Mammoth 33. Here we go. You see there's two ports connected to Mammoth 31, Mammoth 33. So
so essentially that's pod 1 to pod 2 and then vice versa.
That's right. So if we want to go here, see. This is pod 1, Mammoth 31. This is the port connected to the Spiding port connected to the Color 9500. Then it goes through the API. It goes to the APN, to the other side to the pod 2, which is Mammoth 33, which is located over here. Another Catalyst 9500 over here. That's the traffic flow. So there's a traffic flow by it's a layer 2 because it's the same subnet. But the important part about this, Jody, is going through the IPM, and there's no APICs running right now. All right, the APIC seems to come back. Let's try to log in. This is not ready yet, but at least it's pinging. Perfect. Logging in. Okie, we're back. And I'm just gonna show that the tenant that I created in APIC 2, it shouldn't show over here because APIC 1 was rebooting back then. Still loading. Finish loading. Okay. Tenants. Perfect. As you see, guys, we don't have the test tenant since APIC 2 is not ready yet. So let's check how APIC 2 comes in. Let me press the screen. All right, folks, we're waiting for APIC 2 to join. Here we go. AP2 is joining on already. Let's see. Let's go into the sync database. AP3 also joined as well. If you go to tenant, now we should see the tenant test. And here it is, folks. The tenant test is already in the tenant list, and we'll see the traffic. Traffic is running perfectly, no drops. So let me go back, and that concludes this video. I'm gonna delete a tenant because I don't need this anymore. And thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching the video today. If you'd like more ACI how-tos, design guides, and best practices, check us out on the web at unofficialaciguide.com or on YouTube.